Hi everyone, good evening. My name is Faizan, and I'm back with another video in this series of videos on personal development. So, in today's video, I'm going to record a video on the idea of little stress being good for you. So, this is another video on the series of lifestyle that I'm an advocate. I'm trying to record some videos on. So, let's understand what do I mean by this idea that some stress is actually good for you. So a lot of people in today's age will see are kind of living stressful lives, and I am no exception. Perhaps I'm better now, thankfully. So stressful life is like a norm today, and what I see is that people have taken a way of life that is just being followed without questioning, because unfortunately, because they might not have another option. Some people have responsibilities. Some people have they can't really move out of it, even if they try. So I get your point, right? But what I'm trying to tell you is that a little bit try and take steps to be a little bit more self-aware. What do I mean by self-awareness? The two key things on lifestyle that I want to write upon is one is food, one is lifestyle, and the other thing is having a good way of living, which is lifestyle, which is mostly a component of lifestyle. So, what do I mean by living? In living, you have, or a way of life, you have multiple ideas. In today's scenario, what I see is that, for instance, work. This is a major source of stressful scenarios for most people. So I get this because the way people work nowadays have completely and radically shifted, right? The same is true for the food items available. The kind of food items that are available today are ultra processed and factory engineered foods and so on, right? So this further adds to the stress that you experience in your day-to-day life. Now, what can you do as a result, right? So there are two parts to this. The first part, I'm going to talk about being aware. The first part, I'm going to talk about you being aware about the kind of lifestyle that you have and your level of stress that you experience on a day-to-day basis. That's the first level. Maybe it is good for you because if you're doing it, then you're also reaping the benefits financially or otherwise. So continue doing that. It's not a problem. Slowly, the first step would be to be aware of what kind of lifestyle you are currently on, and do not change that. It's good for you, maybe. I don't not you know it better, right? I do not know that. So the second thing that I'm going to talk about in the video is I'll talk about or discuss some ideas, right? Some ideas which you can think of imbibing in your life so that you are able to have a better life for yourself. Whether it is work part, whether it is family part, or whether it is the food habits you have, the physical work, relationships, there are multiple aspects, right? So discuss some. All right. So what happens is that if you are aware, right? If you are aware of your current lifestyle, what do you mean by you are being aware of your current lifestyle? So if you're aware of your current lifestyle, what it means is that understand in different brackets of your situation. The first bracket I would tell is your physical health. Obesity, for example, is a major cause in today's urban population. Even I suffered from it, maybe not to that extent, but to some extent. And thankfully, I came out of it. So, physical health is the first one which you need to be aware of. Please bear with my handwriting, as I've told in my videos. I would really try and improve on this. But for now, I think I'm focusing on the quality of knowledge. So physical health, that's one thing that you need to be aware of. Look, the second thing you need to be aware of is what is the situation of the how is your work or how is your life outside work. So for that, you will have to see what is the level of stress that you are operating in, right? Now, stress can be positive and it can be negative. You should see working is a positive stress. Even if you work for 10 hours, 12 hours, it's actually positive because you're engaged positively. Although you might think of reducing it because 12 hours might not be sustainable, but it's all up to you. So some stress is positive. What is the good stress? You should take the good one, right? This is actually good for you. And it's not something that I'm just telling it so that you're aware of it, right? So what's the physical health? Now, the stress can come from your food habits. The stress can come from whether you're sitting all day, what kind of job you have, what kind of environment you have. So maybe I'll call it food and environment. Food and environment. Environment will perhaps include all the things like your surroundings, your people that you live with. So food and environment, right? So let's be aware of these three things. What is your physical health? What is the kind of stress you experience every day, and your environment and food? So actually, this itself might take half an hour to go into details. So I might not be able to give so much time, but therefore I will just speak like very briefly on the surface level. तो फिजिकल हेल्थ की अगर हम बात करें तो आपको पता है फिजिकल हेल्थ में आपको आपकी जो वेट है, आपकी जो बीएमआई इंडेक्स है, आपका हाइट क्या है, वेट क्या है, क्या आप फिजिकली एक्ट, क्या आप मूव करते हो, क्या आप चलते हो, दौड़ते हो, क्या आप खेल सकते हो, एंड ऑल दैट, राइट? अ सिंपल टेस्ट, इफ यू गो टू एनी क्योर फिट, एनी जिम, दोज गाइज विल टेल यू मतलब मसल रेशियो क्या है, फैट रेशियो। फिजिकल हेल्थ आप आसानी से आप एक बार अवेयर हो सकते हो कि आपका फिजिकल हेल्थ अभी किस लेवल पे है। फिर दूसरा है कि स्ट्रेस, तो और एनवायरनमेंट एंड फूड। तो स्ट्रेस आपको बेहतर पता होगा, मैं आई एम आल्सो लर्निंग हाउ टू डील विद इट, सो आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू स्पीक मच, बट एनवायरनमेंट एंड फूड। एनवायरनमेंट एंड फूड में आपको पता है कि अगर आप इफ यू आर इन एनवायरनमेंट इज क्लोज टू नेचर, या फिर द काइंड ऑफ फूड, वाटर, एयर, दोज थिंग्स, एंड what is the kind of people that you live with? तो अगर आप if you have something that is a positive environment, like we talked about positive work environment. So if you have those things, it's good. So please try and be aware. तो मैं I will suggest that आप एक बार evaluate करो। आप एक बार इवेलुएट करें कि जहाँ पे आप काम करते हैं वहाँ पे अगर आपको लगता है कि कुछ चीज़ें ऐसी होनी चाहिए तो आप उसको रिकमेंड करो अपने मैनेजर्स को, क्योंकि उनको भी शायद वो चीज़ के बारे में अवेयरनेस ना हो। कभी कई बार हमें लगता है कि आई एम बीइंग ट्रीटेड अनफेयरली, बट शायद इफ यू सजेस्ट दे माइट चेंज। सो आप एक बार आप इसको एक बार इवेलुएट करो कि आपका एनवायरनमेंट कैसा है, कि आपका फूड हैबिट्स कैसा है। चीज़ें आपको पता होगी, तो एक बार आप अवेयर हो जाओगे तो दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग, राइट? नाउ लेट्स गो टू सेकंड पार्ट। सेकेंड पार्ट में आई विल सजेस्ट सॉल्यूशंस। देखो, सॉल्यूशंस की अगर हम बात करें तो सॉल्यूशंस में जो भी हम, अगर आप अवेयर हो गए फिजिकल हेल्थ, सबसे बड़ा वही आज शायद 5 मिनट में उसी के बारे में बात करता हूँ। देखो, फिजिकल हेल्थ अगर आपका थोड़ा सा आपको लग रहा है कि इट्स यू आर आउट ऑफ लाइक गेटिंग ओबीज, और इफ यू फील दैट यू नीड टू मूव अ लिटिल मोर, or if you feel that maybe physically you need to exercise a little bit, or if you feel that maybe doing some kind of activity for blood circulation, sorry,